Alright, welcome to the Sun Life Vacation Resort in Mesa, Arizona. 5055 Beach University Drive, the corner of University and Higley in Mesa. And the main gate area, I'll show you another angle of that. This is our security hut, which is not manned 24/7. And then the home sales center across the way, if you want to buy a park model or a lot here in the resort. Rent's about $7,000 a year plus utilities. And then this is right our neighborhood across the street. This is our main gate area. This is where all traffic has to enter. There's another gate you'll see a little bit later for exits only. But this is University Drive in Mesa. We're about 5,000 east, give or take. There's a Walmart neighborhood grocery across the street, which is still open. The Hoosier Cafe, which is not. And then about 2 miles down this way is our old park. Now, there are two doggy parks here at the resort. This is the smaller of the two. We come down here twice a day. Let Maggie do her thing. And over here you can see the driving range, as it were, the practice driving range. And then we've got tennis courts over here. Of course, all of that is locked up now. Alright, this is the plaza area. This is where the office is, and the pool, the patio, the little snack bar, and so forth. And you're looking down one of the main streets here, mostly park models on this end of the resort, but everything's locked up. You can see the patio here, so I raise it up over the gate. See the patio, but everything is locked up. We have our little post offices up here as well. Alright, this is the deck. You can see the pool area. This is the patio over here where that wall is. Around the corner is the snack bar, the grill. You can buy booze and food and so forth, hot food, sandwiches, that type of thing. Looking down in the next, this is the U Street, heading down, looking west from the main plaza area up here. This is looking back towards the office area, the plaza area, from the end of U Street. And this is the little post office area. These are our post office boxes, and the mail is, the post office is open here from 9 to noon, Monday through Friday. Right, this is the main office area, where we would, or guest services as they call it. This is where you go in to register or buy tickets to a show or something like that. Down there is the barber and hairdressing salon on the left, and where the car is parked, that's our laundry facility. And this is our laundry facility. Now we're walking north on T Street, which is at the far west end of the park, heading down towards the other doggy park, a much bigger doggy park. I'll walk Maggie around the park twice a day. It's about a mile each time. And we stop at both doggy parks, give her a second chance and for me to rest my knee. Alright, we're here at the big doggy park. It's at the north end of the park. The other one's at the south end. It's a much bigger park. It's got some shade, got some things for the dogs to play with and so forth. And over here are the pickleball courts. Pickleball is kind of a cross between tennis and squash, I guess. It's played on a much shorter court with harder paddles and wiffle balls. And then beyond over there, what you can see is the tennis, or the barbecue area. And then the horseshoe courts over there. We come down here twice a day as well and let her sniff and that type of thing. As you can see, it's a much bigger park. Here's a better shot of the barbecue area and the horseshoe pits, or courts if you will. And you got the pickleball over there, and then that's the entrance way up there for the doggy park. And you can see the park models that surround it. About 700 spaces here in the park, give or take. And I'd say about 2/3 of them are all park models. So it leaves, I can't do the math that quickly, but somewhere around 200 and change RV sites. I could be a little off on that, but that's been my calculation anyway. A little bit more than half the park is dog or pet friendly, I should say. But the three streets B, C, and D, this is B Street you're looking down, are not. No pets allowed. No pets allowed down those streets. And if you look down, we're walking on A Street right now, and if you look down this row, you'll see that there's a lot of empty spaces. These are mostly RV spaces. And they can be rented for a day, a week, a month, multiple months, that sort of thing. A typical empty RV site. The gravel is where the RV would park, and it's always on, as you're facing this, it's always on the right side of the concrete pad, which is your patio driveway. And you can see whether you got your electric meter hookup, water hookup, sewer, and then you've got trash and recycle, which is kind of nice. The last park we stayed at, you had to walk all the way down the other end of the park to dump your trash and your recycling. And so it gave me the excuse to walk Maggie at night, but this is a lot more convenient. All right, that's a basic park model that's for sale. It's about 400 square feet, and you can add what's called an Arizona room onto it to get an extra 400 square feet, and I'm rounding those numbers. It may be a little bit more than 400 a piece. And they go, some of the older ones go for not very much, and some of the newer ones go for close to $100,000. This is the casita model that's for sale. It's got the basic 400 square foot main part and then a smaller Arizona room. It's not the maximum size. And this is one of the nicest park models in the park. A little bit more than 800 square feet. This is the exit gate on U Street, corner of U and G. This takes us out onto Higley Road. Exit only. This is G Street. It runs north and south along the far eastern edge of the park, and this is the street we live on. This complex here is where the on-site manager and other staff live. And then you see a mixture of motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, and park models on this road. Everything from travel trailers to motorhomes to fifth wheels of every size. Alright, this is our campsite, space number G84 here in Mesa. We got the RV backed in on the gravel portion, and then we have the concrete patio for our parking and sitting and cooking and so forth and so on. Nice day here in Mesa today. It's about 82 degrees, wind is blowing, which helps. That's the sunscreen on the windshield. That helps keep the heat down. Without it, the windshield would act as a radiator, and since we're facing west, it would really heat up the inside of the coach pretty quickly. This is the neighbor spot. They're gone. Other side of the motorhome. And taking a look down the street here. This is what we see from our patio. That guy he's gone. He went back to Missouri. Those folks went back to Windsor, Ontario. This is Beverly's fifth wheel. She's leaving a few days. She's scheduled to leave a few days before we do. And then all these empty spaces are campers, motorhomes, trailers, fifth wheels, and so forth that have already left. So there's not many people left down here. I would say the park has got, as I said, 700 spaces, and I would guess there's probably no more than 50 of them still occupied. 50 to 100 of them are still occupied. So we're going to go inside and show you the inside of the camper. How we've been living for the last, well, almost a month now, I think. Pretty close to almost a month. Okay, we're in the motorhome, and we're 40 foot long and an average of about 15 feet, maybe a little bit less wide. We're somewhere around 500 square feet, just doing the math. And this is looking out the windshield. You can see that sunscreen blocks out the heat, but allows us to see out. So we still get the advantage of the light, but the heat, about 95% of the heat is dissipated before it gets inside. I have a second sunscreen I can put down behind that, but it's not nearly as effective. So we've got the cockpit area, driver's side, and you can see the mount for the cell phone. And this is the two-way radio equipment down here. Passenger side, navigator side, where Donna sits. This is Maggie's chair. When she uses it, that's why the blanket's on it. And we're panning around. This is the exit door. And then over here we have the living room. And that's Maggie in my spot and Donna in her spot. This couch actually folds in on itself when for travel. We got the ottoman. And over here is our dining room where we eat. The office computer workstation, where the laptop lives. Phone charger, tablet charger. This is our emergency weather radio for weather alerts. This is where the printer lives while we're parked, if I need a printer. Coming back over this way, see I think it's a 40-something inch TV, digital TV. And then the electric fireplace, which also throws heat. And over here, this device with the blinking blue light is our internet modem. And that allows us to get online. Unlimited data. If we open up the TV back here to reveal storage, more place to put stuff. As we walk back from the front room, the living room, into the dining room, and then into the kitchen, we've got the double stainless steel sink, the Corian countertops, that little basket down there in the corner, that's our, quote, recycle basket. We have to empty that about once a day. And the countertop, this is our stove, 3-burner propane stove. Induction microwave oven. Our pull-out pantries. We have an upper and lower pull-out pantries for our food. We try to keep 2 weeks of food in the pantry at all times. I usually go shopping about once a week to replace just what we've used. We keep Maggie's food dish down here, and then the residential style Whirlpool refrigerator. Bottom freezer. We have sliding doors that can seal off the front end from the hallway from the bedroom, and that helps keeping it cool. Hallway here is our control center. It's all the controls for the slide out rooms, the air conditioning and heat. We have a monitor for our electric usage. Be sure it's good power. Another monitor for the power. This is our generator, remote generator. We're in the hallway here with, it's a split bathroom. This is the shower side. We got a sink, medicine chest, and a shower. And over on the other side across the hall is the lavatory, again with another medicine chest, sink, and stool. And then finally the bedroom, sleeping area. This is also a slide out room. We've got the queen size bed with the 2 nightstands. And it's an air mattress, so there's the control for the one side and then the control for the other. And then this bed we deflate the bed and it jackknives up in order to get the sliding room in. 32-inch TV back here. 3 different closets. It's a utility closet, and this is our regular clothes closet with the dresser drawers underneath it. And you can see more than enough room for a trip. Not as much as we have at home, but more than enough. And then looking forward from the bedroom into the front end of the couch. So that's how we've been living on our trips, and this has been more of a marathon, I guess, than usual, because normally we're out and about more than we're not. So just sitting here doing mostly nothing. Donna's adapting to it really well. Me, not so much. So we're hoping to leave here on April 30th and be home about 7 to 9 days later after that. So sometime before May 10th, certainly before May 15th, depends on this, that, and the other. So far we're both in good health, and that's about all you can ask for. Alright, that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed our little video of home, and you stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you when we get home.